And we are back again.
What's up, guys?
Ready to rock it.
If you watched this earlier, we apologize.
No sound.
There was some really good information.
It was literally the best show you've ever not heard.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
and it is what it is.
But we're coming back at you, and we're going to give you that information again.
I can promise you this will be gooder than it was before, okay?
Gooder.
So, cholesterol. Here we are again, cholesterol. Cholesterol is we've been talking about it all week. We're just hitting on it because I think it's just such a big deal. And we're just trying to bring in more like on the weeks, like talk about it more and give you like a bunch of more short information, short clips, and to make it super easy and understandable, because some people can explain it and then it's hard to understand, and then most people are just idiots and try to explain it and you really can't understand it because it makes no damn sense. Or you listen to your doctor and he just tells you to be on a drug and that's what you're going to do forever, and that also makes absolutely no sense. So we want to talk about cholesterol, we want to talk about the importances of cholesterol, and we want to talk about why you need cholesterol, and we would like to throw in why your doctor is an idiot a little bit here and there, as always. So
you guys, there's so many people having so many symptoms, so many health issues that are directly related to cholesterol issues, and you have no idea. And there's medications that you're taking that are causing these issues. There's dietary decisions you're making that are causing these issues. There's, chemicals that you're putting in your body that's overwhelming your liver. Again, guys, like, diet is important. And we see people that restrict their diet from any kind of fat have symptoms of low cholesterol. But you have to remember your liver produces most of your cholesterol, 80 to 90%. So if you're doing things to cause liver damage, if you've got hepatitis, if you're an alcoholic, if you take so many drugs and putting so many toxins in your body it's overwhelming your liver, that liver is going to have issues, and production of cholesterol will be one of them. So guys, if you have your cholesterol levels in the 160s, 170s, 180s, and you think that's good because your doctor's telling you that's good, guys, listen, it's not good. And you're going to see as we go through what cholesterol does for us, you're going to see like, holy crap, like I need cholesterol. And not only do you need cholesterol, like, as long as it's healthy cholesterol, which we talked about on Monday, go back and watch that video if you missed it, but as long as you have healthy cholesterol, guys, the more, the merrier.
Yep.
Right?
And sometimes it's not just diet. Because doctors say, because what they do when they prescribe the drugs that have been shown and proven, have not been shown or proven to reduce the risk of heart disease, is like you take this drug with diet changes.
Right.
Okay, well, you change your diet and you're still sick. And you're taking the drug and you're still sick, and now you're sicker because of all the side effects that we talked about. Guys, it's just not the answer. Again, he said something that was very interesting just a minute ago. He said that your liver produces cholesterol. So if your liver produces cholesterol, and we say this all the time, the body never makes a what?
Never does anything wrong.
It never makes a mistake. It never does anything wrong. Okay. So why is it producing cholesterol? And if it's raising cholesterol in your body and you have high cholesterol, doesn't it make sense to find out why it's high? But they will never do that. They just want to shut it down. And we're going to show you why that is so wrong to do right now. So, importances?
Ask better questions.
Ask questions. Challenge them.
Why is it going up?
Challenge them. Yep. Most doctors don't like you to ask questions. Why? They don't know the answers, number one. And number two, it's not going to change anything. He's going to still take this drug or go somewhere else, So it sucks. But ask questions. Importances of cholesterol. Cell membranes. Cell membranes.
Cell membranes. Guys, the body's made up of cells, right? Cells make up tissues. Tissues make up organs. Organs, do what they do for our body. So guys, you start to have cellular dysfunction, it's impossible to be healthy.
Yeah.
It is absolutely impossible to be healthy, and every single cell membrane, that's the protective coating, the outside layer of your cells, are made up of cholesterol, fat.
Yep. And when you don't have proper cell function, your body breaks down. And when your body breaks down, again, the symptoms can be, fatigue and tiredness and headaches and blah, blah. But let's talk, when you have bad cells, what are bad cells? Too many of them. Tumors, cancers, heart diseases, death. Those things can happen because you need cholesterol to have proper cell function. So when you shut it down, you screw your cells up, you're causing problems and you're asking for problems. Okay, so just remember that. Brain function, memory. How big is this right now? What was one of the biggest things, one of the grossest things? You had all these baby boomers and stuff coming out. Alzheimer's and dementia, these things, are going to bankrupt this country if we're not careful.
It's crazy.
We spend so much money on trying to fix it when it's like, and basically most of those, and I don't have stats to back this, but I bet you most of those people are on statin drugs. Because you need cholesterol for your brain to function. Because your brain is made of what? Saturated fats. You need cholesterol. You need fats. Not low-fat diet, not no-fat diet, not reduce my cholesterol. You need cholesterol to live a healthy life.
Yep. And guys, not just your brain, it's your entire central nervous system. The brain and central nervous system, the most important organ systems, right? The system that controls and regulates every function in your body is made up of fat. Your brain makes up 5% of your body weight, has 20% of your cholesterol. Do you think cholesterol is important? It's not only important, it's essential.
Yeah.
It's essential for healthy living, for our body to function normal. Again, guys, as a wellness way practitioner, our only goal, I don't care what diagnosis you come in with, our goal is always just to get you back to what? To normal. Because if you're functioning normally, then you don't have symptoms. You don't have sickness, right? Cholesterol is an important part of that. Yeah. You have to have normal cholesterol, whatever that normal is for your body, in order to function normally. So you got to stop reducing cholesterol levels. Got to do it.
But it's high, and my mom had a heart attack.
I know. Yep.
Okay.
Again, guys, go back to our Monday's video. You got golf balls, you got tennis balls. I mean, we take that testing, and here's the sad part. I had a patient that took my cholesterol test to his doctor. And this was, he wanted to think about whether or not this was the right thing for him, the right path for him. And what he was telling me was, I need to check with my doctor. Because I don't know if what you're telling me is true. So since he's seen me, he's gone on Dr. Google. He went to his doctor, and what really opened his eyes was his cardiologist said, I don't even know what these markers are telling me. These make no difference. The labs that we run is all we need to run. And so after what, because you can Google the markers tell you exactly what the markers are telling you. Sure. Within a week, he's calling me. He's like, Doc, will you accept me as a patient? Well, of course. But guys, your doctors have no clue what these markers mean. And it's absurd. It's absurd.
Yep. It is. It is.
Now.
And yeah, but and I'll get on one real quickly. It's like these people come to us to get well. We get them well. We get them well. Like we're gonna get you well if you follow it. There's no one that doesn't get well in this office that if you say yes and you do what you're supposed to do. Right. If you don't get well, whose fault is it? I mean, somehow it's my fault. I understand that. But it's your fault. You got to look in your mirror. You got to take responsibility. Your fault. You didn't give it the food. You didn't give it the stress. You didn't work on the things. But even the ones that do well, they do well for 6 months, and then they disappear, and they go away, and they're like, I don't need it anymore. I don't need support. I don't need your help, or whatever it is, which is fine. It's all good. But then when you come back 2 years later, and you're sick again, you should have just made that sustainable changes. You should have made lifestyle changes. You don't get to go back to how you were 6 months ago. You want to be better, you want to stay better, you got to make changes, and they got to be permanent. It just is what it is. So anyways, vitamin D synthesis.
Yep. Vitamin
D is one of the most important things. They say like everybody should be tested with vitamin D, but the problem is you get tested with vitamin D by your doctor, and the doctor says, oh, you're fine. You're not going to get what? Do you know what the RDA limits, the daily amount, it's to prevent, does anybody know? Does anybody know what the vitamin D recommendation, if you are in that range, you will not get rickets? It's like, okay, okay.
Crickets? That's what I heard.
Crickets, yeah, sure, something. But you understand, it's like, who cares about that? It's we don't even see that anymore. Like you got to look at you got to look at what vitamin D can prevent. And if you have vitamin D levels 80 to 100, 120 in that range, it's like 17 different cancers that you just can't get. Like just zero chance of getting them if you have vitamin D levels high enough. Pain and inflammation and all kinds of different things. You talk about brain, you talk about depression and stuff. That stuff doesn't happen. That stuff goes away.
And you ask yourself why their levels, like 0 to 30, is a normal range. Right. And it's because, guys, you gotta ask yourself why. Why does the CDC make it that range when if your levels are up in what we call like a therapeutic range, like a healing range, there's so many cancers you can't get. There's so much more healing going on inside your body. It just is amazing why they wouldn't recommend that level of vitamin D.
That's right.
Vitamin D toxicity you have to have extremely high levels of vitamin D for a long period of time for you to get vitamin D toxicity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so.
And you need cholesterol to be able to have proper vitamin D, just to make that clear point.
Right.
Like, just you could be outside in the sun, whether you live in the south, north, doesn't matter, and getting enough exposure. But if you have bad cholesterol, you're not going to be able to synthesize vitamin D properly and you're going to be low. So not asking you how much supplementation should I take, asking why you're low is the correct answer, or the correct question. So.
Yep. Gallbladder function. Guys, nearly 1 million surgeries a year. The most common surgery today, removing the gallbladder. You have to have proper cholesterol in order for normal gallbladder function. And if it's the most common surgery today, it's probably something we should start paying attention to.
I'd say so.
And again, guys, a lot of times I would say that the surgery's not needed. They just see the gallbladder as a storage site, when in reality it's a sensory organ. It does a whole lot more than just hold the bile. But you've got to have cholesterol to make bile. You got to have cholesterol for proper function. So you wonder why after taking a statin for 10 years, you have gallbladder issues. You wonder why you never eat any fat, any animal products, anything like that. You've been a vegan for 10 years, now you have gallbladder issues. You might want to look at your cholesterol levels. Last one.
And this is a big one, because especially with women, and heck, with men too, it's like steroid hormones.
Small one, though.
Yeah. Steroid hormone production. Cholesterol is that what the next slide is? Mm-hmm. It kind of shows this.
Yeah, there it is.
Is you need cholesterol to produce hormones. So if you're having hormone problems and you are on a statin drug, guess what you got to stop taking? You got to get a statin drug, because you cannot produce, you cut it off right here. You're not able to come here. So now you got testosterone issues, and it's like their doctor wants to give you more testosterone, boost it up, but you're on a cholesterol medication. That will treat a symptom, which then will probably cause things like cancers and turn these things into estrogens and other bad things and have harmful side effects. You will feel better though, temporarily, absolutely. But then cancer doesn't feel very good, from what I hear. But go to the source. Again, start tracing things back, fix the cause, all of a sudden everything starts working and functioning the way it's supposed to be. That's called homeostasis, that's normalcy. Yep,
and on the other side of that thing, if you're doing things like, taking hormone replacements and taking the pellets and doing things like that, and if you're manipulating down here, well, what do you think it's going to do upstream, right? It's going to cause issues with cholesterol, and then all the other things that we talked about that cholesterol does for us, now that's going to become an issue. Yep. Right? So again, guys, if you're low in hormones, there's a reason why. If your cholesterol is going up, there's a reason why. And so when you start to treat symptoms with drugs, guys, usually more symptoms just come, because the problem itself continues to fester, right?
Well, how about if you try to treat symptoms with supplements?
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of people are taking 10 different herbs just to keep their cholesterol levels down. Mm-hmm. Guys, your cholesterol level's up for a reason. You're so stressed out, you need all these stress hormones to be produced, and your cholesterol levels go up because you need cholesterol. And then you take a bunch of herbs to force your cholesterol down. It's just as stupid as taking a statin. It's ridiculous. You've got to find out why things are happening, guys. Again, we always say it, body never makes a mistake.
Never. You got to figure out why it's happening, why it's malfunctioning, and fix it. It's a Swiss watch. There's a little gear that's broken. Or sometimes there's little gears, multiple things. But you got to find somebody who knows what to look for instead of just shutting you up with a drug, because it just doesn't work. So
that's it.
That's all. That's all we're doing. We get into some research and stuff. We don't have time for that. But if you want more research, if you want things, ask. We can point you in whatever directions you want. But guys, I got to tell you, cholesterol is one of the most biggest misunderstood things out there today. You need cholesterol. Hopefully you understand why you need cholesterol. This is just part of it. Cholesterol has so many awesome, amazing things and benefits to your body and healing inflammation and whatnot. So let us know. What questions do you have? What questions do you have on cholesterol? What can we do? How can we offer you value? How can we help you? And as always, just make sure you like this. Make sure you share this. Make sure you tag somebody who's looking for answers on cholesterol. People are looking for it. The problem is they're looking in the wrong places, and they're never going to find it in the medical office. You're never going to find it in what is it, Grey's Anatomy?
Dr. Google.
Dr. Google is not there, okay? It's only in someone like a Wellness Way clinic who can truly, truly help you get to the root causes. So thank you for watching. Ask your questions. We look forward to seeing you soon.